Here we go.
Who's saying?
You know what, Brennan? You'll get to say it this time. I don't know whose turn it is, but I don't care. You will say it. Is that cool?
Yes.
Okay. Welcome back to Chit Chats, everybody. My name is Antonio.
My name is Snorlax, and let's have a chit chat.
No way. Dude, that's you for real.
Dude, I legit did a TikTok filter where it's like, what Pokemon are you? And it gave me Snorlax twice.
No way.
Like, that's a fucking sign.
That is a sign. That is fate. That is fate right there. All right. Well, welcome back to Chit Chats, everybody. We got a fun little episode. We got Brennen here. Brennen, you are a classic guest. You know, we've had you on countless times. Thank you for appearing again. Even in this state, I mean, like right now, you currently have COVID for the third time.
Third time, baby.
Third time's the charm, I suppose. Even with COVID, I don't know. But thank you for being here, regardless of that. Brennen, this is a very special episode for you specifically, and I want to see if you can guess why.
Oh no.
Like I said, this is particular to you. This is a very special episode for you. Can you guess what it is?
Something to do with cooking with Brennen or something?
It does not have to do with cooking with Brennen.
Well, shit.
Well, no, it does not.
Is it something about like just videos I've been on your channel?
It does have to do with that, yes.
Oh boy. Oh no.
I'll give you one guess, and if you can't get it, I'll just tell you.
This is gonna be how many videos have I been in on Tonyversal? Yes, that.
I mean, we've rebranded to just Chit Chats, so we are no longer Tonyversal Productions.
Oh, that's right.
But
so then, how many videos I've been on the Tonyverse main channel?
This episode of Chit Chats is your 100th episode that you have done of the show.
This is the 100th episode of Chit Chat?
This marks the 100th episode,
Holy
yes.
Fuck.
So, congratulations, Brennen. You have been in the most episodes out of any guest, and you're the first to reach 100 episodes. First guest. Obviously, I've been in every one, but you are the first guest to have been in one. I mean, you're also like the honorary co-host, so that makes sense. But yeah, so you know that's a big deal. And because of that, I have prepared a very special activity for us to do. And as you probably know, I have not told you what it is yet, but I'm going to show you right now. So if you would please refer to the slideshow that I am presenting to you. You know, Brennen, we've had you on in countless episodes now where we've done like game shows and, you know, we've had you on as a guest. And I have prepared here a very special game show specific to you. Of course, you're the only one here today. So you will be participating in it. And, you know, you may remember in the previous game shows that we've done, you know, maybe the tides were kind of against you a little bit. You know, like you didn't get the best luck with the questions, whatever the matter may be. This is to this specific quiz. I have no doubts that this is like right up your alley. So, do you want to take a guess at what the subject matter of this quiz is?
I almost want to be like, did Brennen talk about Zelda in this chit chat or not?
like we go through every episode of Chit Chats and you say,
did I talk about Zelda in this one?
That's not a bad idea. I might have to write that down.
No. What could it be?
You see the screen, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Welcome back to the chat.
Mm-hmm.
Brennan's game. I don't know. This is interesting.
All right. Well, I'm going to reveal it to you if you don't have a guess. Are you ready?
Please. I have no idea.
Brennen, today we are going to play 2 Truths, 1 Lie, the Legend of Zelda edition.
Oh, this sounds fucking awesome.
So, this is how this is going to work. I am going to present to you, there's going to be a total of 10 rounds, and in each round, I am going to present to you 3 statements about the Legend of Zelda franchise. Your job is to, out of those 3 statements, deduce which one of them is the lie. One of them will be incorrect. You have to tell me which one of them is the incorrect statement. And it's as simple as that. And that's how this is going to go.
Cool.
So, given your vast Zelda knowledge, I feel like you will probably do pretty well at this. But you know, I tried to make it a little difficult, especially towards the end. I tried to go a little hard on the questions. So I don't know. We'll see. But you know, I am not like a big Zelda.
Let me go grab my Hyrule Historia and
no cheating. This is strictly off of your knowledge only. All right. Okay. But yeah, like I said, like I am not like the biggest like Zelda fan. Well, I mean, I like Zelda, but you know me. I'm not like I haven't played like all of the games. And so I don't know. Like I tried to come up with these based on like stuff that like I thought was gonna be like maybe like a little bit more niche knowledge. So like, but there might be stuff here. What?
I've been watching me and Donovan, Tears of the Kingdom. I've been watching me and his hours played, and we keep fighting each other for top. So like, I'll play for a long time, and then I'll be above him. But next time I get on the play, he'll be way above me, and then I'll play and I'll be above him. Yeah. So me and Donovan just keep like fighting for who's.
Oh my gosh, yeah, yeah. Meanwhile, I'm still at like I think I'm at like 10 hours.
Yes, I know. We've been trust me. Me and Donovan have talked about that before.
Well, hey, we're not testing my Zelda knowledge. We're testing yours. So, but yeah, like I said, like I'm curious to see like if some of the stuff is like stuff that like you are already very aware of, or if it's like stuff that maybe you didn't know as much. So we're gonna see. We're gonna see.
Excited.
All right, so let's get started.
It's either going to test my knowledge or expand my knowledge. So
exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. There will be a good outcome either way, even if you do bad. So we'll see. All right, here we go. We're gonna started with question number 1. All right. So, and by question, I mean like I called them questions, but really it's going to be like 3 statements. Yeah, you know what I mean. All right. Here we go. Link is traditionally left-handed. Robin Williams named his daughter after the titular character of Zelda. Link was almost named Peter. So, one of these is wrong. You have to tell me which one is wrong.
So, I know for sure 2 is right because not only do I follow a lot of stuff that his daughter Zelda does after his death, but because that is one of the reasons why they had him. There's literally a famous Ocarina of Time remake trailer where he's talking about, he's like, I'll travel across the world for you, Zelda, and do all these things. And his daughter's like, Dad, are you confusing me with the princess again? And he's like, I don't see a difference. Oh. And it was like a really famous, really cool trailer. It was sadly like not too long before he passed.
Okay.
And I'm trying to remember... Because Link's been both left-handed and right-handed. He used to be one, but then after the motion controls of Twilight Princess came out, he got switched. But I'm trying to remember if he was originally left and got switched to right, or if he was originally right and got switched to left.
I don't know.
No, because in Tears of the Kingdom he's left-handed. So Link was traditionally right-handed.
Okay.
Because it used to be switched. Because the Wii version is completely mirrored than the GameCube version, and so in the GameCube version of Twilight Princess, he was right-handed, but then in the Wii U version, he was left-handed. Or do I have that backwards? Fuck.
I don't want to say too much because I don't want to give anything away. So I will remain silent, or at least I will not talk a whole lot. But yeah, like I said, one of these is a lie. So make sure that you read the statement, and if it is wrong, then that's the one that you pick.
I'm gonna say 3 is the lie.
3 is the lie?
Yeah.
Okay. You're correct. 3 is the lie.
So I was right in the first one. I think I just had it switched.
Yeah, I like, here's the thing. This was the easy question. Like, this is like by far the easiest one. At least to me. and so I was worried that you were gonna pick one. I was like, yeah, because it is true. Link is traditionally left-handed. He has been right-handed in games where you use the Wii remote because most people are right-handed.
Yeah,
but
I remember that because I remember, like I said, the GameCube version of Twilight Princess, he is left-handed.
Mm-hmm.
But when the Wii version came out, due to, I can't remember what it was, but they literally just mirrored the whole fucking game.
Right.
The whole game got mirrored, and so it turned Link right-handed, which was fine for them because most people are right-handed with the Joy-Con, with the fucking stick anyways.
Right. Yeah. Okay, so you got that. So good job. All right, so that is 1 point for you. We're going to move on to question number 2. In the Wii U really quick, I have general themes for some of these questions. So like that first question was more general Zelda knowledge. This one, these 3 statements are specifically revolved around Breath of the Wild.
Okay.
So here we go. In the Wii U version of The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, players can unlock the Master Cycle if they have Mario Kart 8 save data on their console. Breath of the Wild is the best-selling game in the Zelda franchise.
Ooh.
Breath of the Wild was inspired by Minecraft.
Oh, fuck. This one might be a little hard.
Gonna have to put your thinking cap on.
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure it is. I'm pretty sure Breath of the Wild is the top-selling game now. I'm pretty sure it beat that a while ago. But I don't know. I actually don't know. I don't know if you can get the fucking Master Cycle in Breath of the Wild or not on Wii U. Because you get the Master Cycle from finishing the DLC, the fucking Champion's Ballad, because it's like your own divine beasts.
I sometimes forget that there was a Wii U version of Breath of the Wild.
I always forget that there's a fucking.
I just think that's funny. Like it's just so funny because I associate that game so much with the Switch, but it is technically on the Wii U. Yeah. But yeah. That's all the commentary I have. I can't give too much, but let's see what you're thinking here. What is Brennen going to pick? What is the lie here?
I know number 2. I'm sure number 2 is true. I don't think the Wii U could handle that thing. This might be wrong, and this is gonna be a question where I'm totally just I'd rather take the knowledge if I'm wrong. Uh-huh. I'm going to say that number 1 is wrong, and that the DLC came out too late after the Wii U version of the game, and they could not transfer this Master Cycle to the Wii U version.
All right, so you're going to say that number 1 is the lie?
Yeah.
Okay. You are correct.
Okay.
I made that up. I thought it sounded like it could be true, but it is not true, evidently.
I totally could have seen it happen, but also thinking about it, I was just like, the third one actually is kind of a shock to me. I didn't know that.
Well, so it's a little bit of a stretch to say that completely. I will say that in interviews with the developers, they say that they took inspiration from Minecraft in kind of the like vastness of the world. But it's not like it was directly inspired. But I just thought I threw that in there. I thought it might throw you off. But
I was gonna say I felt like the ballad of the Champion's Ballad came out just too far after that. I feel like once it came out, they like just didn't care enough to like work a way to get the Master Cycle in.
Well, I'm not completely sure off the top of my head, but I think that they did come out with the DLC in the Wii U version, but I don't think you can't get the Master Cycle if you have Mario Kart 8 save data. That's not a thing.
Okay. I wouldn't know. I've never played Breath of the Wild on Wii U or ever seen it.
I don't think a lot of people have. I think like most people have exclusively played it on Switch, but yeah. Oh. All right, so good job. You got another point there. Let's move on to question 3. So these 3 statements are specifically themed around your favorite Zelda game, Twilight Princess.
Oh, shit. Okay.
So here we go. The entirety of the Wii release of The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess is mirrored. Twilight Princess was originally going to be the last Zelda game, but after the stellar sales of the Wii version, it was decided that the series would be continued. Sheik was planned to appear in Twilight Princess, but was cut. The model was later used for Super Smash Bros. Brawl.
Oh shit. Okay, well I know one is right because we literally just talked about that.
Yeah.
But I don't know what's like fucking me up right now is I remember things about both. Okay. I remember there being talks about how due to like its size and like how graphically appealing Twilight Princess was that they were going to make it the last game.
Uh-huh.
But then it was changed, and I also remember the ideas for Sheik being in the game, because I remember that people were talking about where did they get the design for Sheik, because later Sheik's design was turned into the stealth armor from Breath of the Wild. That's the Sheik that we now see in Ultimate. But was it gonna be? I don't.
I mean, are you sure that one isn't a lie?
Yeah,
have you completely ruled that out? I don't know. A little tricky here.
I'm going to go ahead and say that 2 is a lie, because I think that after they made the motion controls for Twilight Princess, I'm pretty sure they were already working on the 25th anniversary of Skyward Sword, because 25th anniversary wasn't going to be too long after.
Okay.
So I'm hoping this is right. I'm going to say 2.
2 is the lie?
Yeah.
All right.
I think if I remember correctly, the design was used for Super Smash Brothers.
Well, you are correct.
Okay.
Yeah, so, Twilight Princess was never going to be the last Zelda game by any capacity. If anything, if it didn't sell well, they were going to go back to just making 2D Zelda games exclusively. But it did sell well, so they did not do that. But, yeah, no.
It sold really well, which is funny, too, because even though it sold well, people still say the GameCube version is better.
Right, yeah. Well, and and that's the thing is, the Wind Waker did not do as well as they thought it would. So that's, kind of where they started feeling a little, unsure about it,
That's because the Wind Waker didn't do as well as they thought it would, is because, more Zelda knowledge here that I have stored in the back of my brain, is because the Zeltec demo that we got before Wind Waker came out showed a really cool 3D model fight of what looked like Ocarina of Time Link almost fighting Ganondorf in a really badass fight.
Right.
And then the next game we got was Wind Waker. And so what happened to those awesome fucking graphics that looked super dark and edgy and shit like that? And then we got Wind Waker.
Right.
And of course now Wind Waker is one of the fucking best Zelda games.
Yeah, and people I think people retroactively look very fondly back on it, but I think at the time it definitely was not received as well. But
I think maybe that's what I heard then that I was thinking of, is that if it didn't do well, they weren't going to stop. They were just going to go back to just 2D.
Yeah, as far as I could tell. See, I did do I did quite a bit of research for this.
Research.
And I learned a lot about Zelda myself from it. So, but yeah, so that was number 3. You are now 3 for 3, so congratulations. Let us move on to number 4. These are specifically based off of Ocarina of Time.
Oh, okay.
The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time was originally intended to be played in first person. The fastest completion time for a speed run of Ocarina of Time is just under 7 minutes. Ocarina of Time has been re-released for Nintendo platforms 7 times.
Okay, I'm pretty sure I already know that number 1 is a lie. Because for number 2, I know that one is right. I'm pretty sure because there is a glitch where once you get past all the tutorial in Korok Forest and you get the sword and the shield and you go to the Deku Tree, you can glitch the game where once you finish the Deku Tree dungeon and you go to fight Goma, if you do this weird fucking combo where you throw down a Deku Nut, hop on your Ocarina, back out, do it again, hop on your Ocarina, and then backflip through the fucking door, you just end up in Ganon's castle.
Okay.
And so I know people figured out that glitch, so I know number 2 is true. And then I'm trying to think. Let's see. It's Ocarina of Time. There's the Master Collection, the Wii, the Wii U. Now it's on Switch. 3D remake. I've watched a lot of videos talking about scrapped shit from Ocarina of Time, and as far as I know, they've never talked about it being in first person. See, what could be tricky here is that, for all I know, number 3 could be kind of right with it being released a lot of times, but not just number 7. Like, it could have been only released 5 times.
Do you really think I would do that? Do you really think I would pull something like that?
Yes, because I know you.
Well, I mean, hey, by that logic, maybe 2 is wrong. Maybe 2 isn't under 7 minutes. Maybe it's under 6 minutes. But I don't know.
I mean, fuck. I know. I've watched so many videos because I was watching all the videos about the data leaks back when all that shit got released about Ocarina of Time. I was fucking watching videos about how it used to have portal travel, like the portal gun dude. By the way, yes, it used to have 2 items that looked very similar to what we originally got as Din's Fire and Naru's Wind or whatever. Those fucking little items that they gave us.
Mm-hmm.
That used to be a blue and an orange one, and you straight up used to use them like portals from the fucking.
I actually did not know that. That was not something that I learned when I was doing the research for this, but that's cool.
It was in the big data leak back in 2021 or something like that.
Huh. Okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and say that 1 is the lie.
You're gonna say 1 is the lie?
Yeah.
Okay. That is incorrect.
Yeah, I knew it.
3 is the lie.
Knew you could do that shit.
So here's the thing, right? Ocarina of Time has been re-released 7 times. But one of them was not for a Nintendo console. One of them was for the iQ player, which was a non-Nintendo branded console only released in Japan. And they released Ocarina of Time for it. It did not sell well, but they did release Ocarina of Time. But other than that, the other 6 times have been on Nintendo platforms.
God damn you. I fucking knew it.
But either way, you did. But yes, no, it is true that Ocarina of Time was originally intended to be played in first person. That is a fact.
Damn, it's something I must have missed back in my research days.
That's just what can I say?
I knew 2 was right. I've seen too many videos of people doing that speedrun.
Yeah, it is. It's like 6 minutes 49 seconds. I'm pretty sure something like that is like the record time, something like that. Yeah, it's crazy, but yeah. Anyway, I think Ocarina of Time, it's been released in the Master Quest, the 3DS version, the Wii Virtual Console, the Wii U Virtual Console, the Nintendo Switch Online, and there's one more that I'm forgetting. I think it was like a Zelda collection. I think they did like the Master Quest, and then they did like a Zelda collection also on GameCube, and so that was 6 times that it's been released. So yeah. But all right, but it's okay. You're still 3 for 4. That's still a very good percentage. So let's move on to question 5. These I believe are based off of the handheld Zelda games.
Oh,
generally speaking. All right,
this might be a little bit weaker for me.
All right, well let's see. All right, first we got.
Not as much.
Mm-hmm. There are more dungeons in the Legend of Zelda: Oracle of Ages than there are in Oracle of Seasons.
Fuck.
In The Legend of Zelda: A Link Between Worlds, playing in hero mode will allow players to expand their knowledge of Ravio lore. The Legend of Zelda: The Minish Cap is the only mainline Zelda game not developed by Nintendo.
Good. Okay.
So what
trying to
are
remember,
you thinking about this?
I'm trying to think back to my days of playing. Okay, as far as I remember, Minish Cap was not developed by Nintendo, surprisingly enough, especially because it's like one of the best 2D games.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I'm trying to remember back when I played The Link Between Worlds, the hero mode. It also sucks that I don't remember much about Oracles of Ages and Oracles of Seasons. Like, I had fun with those games, but I don't remember. Um,
I have only ever played Minish Cap out of these, I believe. I really want to play A Link Between Worlds, though. I hear that one's really good.
Link Between Worlds was great.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I also, wait, like, really quick, kind of a side tangent, but dude, check out what I got the other day. I'm going to show this on camera. Dude, ready?
Oh, you got Majora's Mask.
Majora's Mask 3D.
3D.
Yeah.
Dude, that's a great one.
I got this. They had this at GameStop for like a pretty good price. And I also got it, like I had a coupon. So I got it. I was like, why not? Now I have both Ocarina of Time 3D and Majora's Mask. I know that people say this version is like inferior in a couple ways, but I still wanted to get it. But I don't know. But what are you thinking about this?
Dude, okay, so only one I'm like even somewhat sure on was 3.
Okay.
And I actually don't know if I ever did hero mode in A Link Between Worlds.
Do you know who Ravio is? I'm assuming you do.
It's that
Yeah, okay.
it's the low rule counterpart of Link.
I thought he was just the guy that looked like Nabbit from Mario.
He does.
He does look like that.
He's just like a seller throughout the game, and then at the end of the game, he's like, "Wait, I'm you, but from low rule." I mean, literally the only thing I can think of here is that it would have to be 2 because you learn about Ravio all at the end of the game.
Mm-hmm.
After you fight the main bitch and say
Okay.
low rule.
Okay.
I'm just gonna say 2. That's another one that I don't know for sure.
You're going to say 2 is the lie?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. For some odd reason, I have a feeling that 3 was developed by like Minish Cap was like helped develop by like Capcom for some reason.
Okay.
I don't know why, but that's like a thing that I'm kind of remembering.
But so you're saying that 3 is true though, because
Yeah.
you're saying that 2 is the lie. Okay.
And one, I have no idea because I've only played. I beat one of them, but I always mix up which one I actually beat. And so I'm gonna say 2 is the lie because I'm pretty sure you learn everything about Revalio in like just the main game.
Okay. So as it turns out, 3 is the lie. And let me tell you why. So yes, it is true that there are more dungeons in Oracle of Ages than Oracle of Seasons. That is a fact. Mainly because I believe Oracle of Ages is more puzzle based than Oracle of Seasons.
I'm gonna look that up. I didn't know that one had more dungeons than the other. But
yeah, I think it has like one more. 2, it is actually true because if you play in hero mode, there is a specific house that you can go into where you can read Ravio's diary, and you can only do that in hero mode. So that is true. 3 is the lie because the Minish Cap was developed by Capcom. You were correct about that. But it was not the only Zelda game developed by Capcom because Capcom also helped develop the Oracle games.
Oh shit!
Mm-hmm. Yeah, which I actually did not know before I
did not
before
know
I
that
researched this project. But yeah, so that's that. But Brennen, we are halfway through the game here. So, but you know what? And you still have 5 more chances to get more points. So, you know, keep your head up. All right. Are you looking up stuff now? Hey,
Yeah,
don't.
I'm curious.
Okay, but don't look up too much because that might like I don't want you to like get spoiled for future questions.
Oracle of Ages. Oracle of Ages has
Brennen,
8
you're playing with
dungeons.
fire here, dude. You're playing with Din's fire here, dude.
Oh yeah, Seasons has 7 dungeons and Oracle has 8 dungeons.
Yep.
Huh. I never knew that.
All right, now you will put your phone away and look at my game. All
I
right.
was just curious. Okay, I never knew that there was that one had more. I knew that one was more combat based and one was more puzzle based, but I
Yeah.
never knew that it actually changed
Mm-hmm.
the amount that there was one more
I
dungeon
think
there.
I think if I remember correctly, I think you can connect them, and then I think you get like an extra dungeon in seasons. I think something like that. I don't know. I'm not exactly sure,
I
but
don't know. Both those games are a big mystery to me
yeah,
sometimes.
they're kind of. I kind of hope I kind of hope Nintendo like remakes. I kind of want them to remake them, like because I feel like it might bring new life to them. I don't know.
I either want them to remake them or put them on the virtual console
Or put them
instead.
on virtual. Yeah, actually, that would make more
I want
sense.
to be able
Actually,
to play them again.
yeah, that would make more sense. They could just do that or they could put them on NSO or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah.
But let's move on to number 6. All right, so these are more general Zelda knowledge. So these aren't really have to do with any specific game. The Legend of Zelda NES was originally released in Japan as The Legend of Zelda: The Hyrule Fantasy. From the Nintendo DS onward, there has been a Zelda-themed version of every main Nintendo console released. Link's Awakening was inspired by the 90s TV series Twin Peaks.
Fuck.
So I know I just threw a lot of information at you, but this is why I made the slideshow because now you can read them individually and kind of like pick them apart individually, you know. But just go go off of like what you know first and foremost about this stuff, and then you can kind of like pick off like what you think could be a lie or not, you know. What will Brennan pick?
I mean, as far as I've known, I don't remember Zelda being called the Hyrule Fantasy, but that could be wrong if um that was the original name, you know?
And it could have been in Japan,
Yeah.
but maybe I made that up.
And I know that like pretty much I can't remember if the Wii came out after the DS. Yeah, it did. No, it didn't. No, fuck. No, because the DS came out. Fuck, was that before or after the Wii? Shit. Um,
Well, and regardless, was there a Zelda themed version of all of those consoles?
yeah, well, I know that there was a Zelda themed of the DS, and I know there's a Zelda themed of the 3DS, and I know, of course, there's been a shit ton of Zelda themed for the Switch, and I know there was a Zelda themed for the EU.
And also, I should clarify maybe that when I say main Nintendo console, I mean like the DS, the DSi that's the same umbrella.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like even if there was a Zelda themed DS but not a Zelda themed DSi, that still counts as one. You know what I mean? So, yeah. But other than that, there's not much more clarification I can add to this. It is up to you to deduce the
I
lie.
kind of remember them. I kind of remember hearing, like, or watching a video that Link's Awakening was based off of a show, but I don't remember if it was Twin Peaks or not.
I mean,
That's such a random fact, too. You know,
yeah.
such a weird shit. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and say 3 is true
Okay.
because I know it was based off of a show, but I don't know if it was Twin Peaks, but I have no idea. So I'm gonna say 3's. Fuck. I'm gonna say 3's true.
Mm-hmm.
I don't ever remember a Wii Zelda themed, like a Zelda themed Wii. And there's always name differences between the Japan releases and America releases. I mean, fuck, for all we know, it could have got released as The Legend of Zelda Hyrule Fantasy in Japan. But then once it got released in America, they changed it to just The Legend of Zelda. They've done that before. When the name got more popular in the Americas, they changed it in the Japan version too. I don't remember there being a Wii version of Zelda Wii, so I'm going to cross my fucking fingers and say that number 2 is a lie.
Are you sure you're going to go with number 2?
Yeah.
All right, you are correct.
Okay.
You're right. Yeah, there was no Zelda-themed Wii. You were absolutely correct about that. There was a Zelda DS, there was a Zelda 3DS, there was a Zelda
Link's
Wii U
Awakening
even.
was based off of fucking Twin Peaks. I knew it was based off a show, but
It wasn't completely based off of Twin Peaks, but they did take inspiration from Twin Peaks in crafting the atmosphere of the town in that game, essentially.
Legend of Zelda's original name in Japan.
And yeah, it is true that the original Zelda, only the original Zelda, was referred to as, translated to English, The Legend of Zelda, The Hyrule Fantasy.
Yeah, of course, with Japan being backwards, it was the Hyrule Fantasy,
right?
The Legend of Zelda. But
Yeah,
just because they're backwards.
Yeah, but translated to English, that's what it was.
That's great. That's a piece of information I'm really glad I know now. I had no idea that it used to be called The Legend of Zelda: The Hyrule Fantasy.
Yeah, I'm glad that I can teach. I'm glad I can teach you some things about Zelda that I was not expecting to be teaching you. Yeah. But you got that one right, so good job.
Literally 1 and 2 for me were both like, well, I mean, all 3 of these were like, fuck, I don't know. Only reason I said 3 was right is because I remember it being inspired or whatever by a show, but I had no idea what the show was.
Yeah.
And then both 1 and 2, I was like, both those could be a lie. But I was like, I do not remember a Wii Zelda. Like, I don't remember a Zelda Wii.
Right, no, that never happened. There was even a Zelda Wii U, but there was no Zelda Wii.
Yeah,
so, yeah.
And so I was like, okay, I guess I'll go with that one.
And then as far as I know, I don't know if did they ever do a Zelda Switch other than the Tears of the Kingdom one?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there was a Breath of the Wild Switch too.
You could be right about that. I'm not actually sure, but I know that like only as of recently that I know for sure that they had a Zelda Switch. But yeah, other than that, yeah, you got it right. So good job. All right, are you ready to move on to question 7?
Oh, fuck. Sure.
All right. Here we go. I believe these are based off of Wind Waker, if I'm not mistaken. So let's see.
Wind Waker.
Yes, okay. A cut piece of dialogue hidden in the code of The Legend of Zelda The Wind Waker features an NPC mentioning the Minish species by name 2 years before the Minish Cap was released. Instead of Wind Waker's infamous Triforce quest, players were originally intended to complete 2 additional dungeons that were cut from the final release of the game. Wind Waker HD, the game's remastered version on the Wii U, is rated higher by the ESRB than the original version.
Okay. Fuck. Okay. So, Wind Waker is ridiculous with how much cut content is from this fucking game, dude. So, there is fucking... I'm pretty sure... So, there's like, in total, 3 different cut dungeons from that game. There's like a water dungeon that was cut, which is where you would have met Jaboon, I think his name is, the fish that gives you the pearl. But like you go to his island and it's like destroyed because Ganon attacked, and so he went into hiding. And then you and the King of Red Lions go find them hidden behind Outset Island. Because there's dialogue of like Jaboon being hurt and like screaming, which they eventually reused for the ghost ship. Yes, I know that detail.
All right, yeah. See, this is another reason why I wanted to do this, because I wanted to give you an outlet to just like barf out all of your Zelda knowledge.
It's actually really creepy. When you finish the ghost ship, you hear like a scream, and people are like, "Whoa, what's that scream?" And then later we learned that that's the cut Jaboon scream from when he was getting like attacked in like the temple or something like that, probably by like the dungeon boss. And they just took it and then like raised the pitch and used it as like the final scream in the ghost ship.
Okay.
But I know that there was 2 other cut dungeons that they had to cut because they ran out of time, and that's what eventually became Ice Island and Fire Island, where you get a couple of the items you have to use to like complete the story. And I remember in Hyrule Historia, they actually have a picture of a whole other island that would have had the temple on it, and it was a volcano. And there was like these weird rock-looking creatures that almost were like Gorons, but I think maybe they were supposed to be like the descendants of Gorons, even though there is a Goron in Wind Waker. that will like randomly appear at random islands and shit.
Mm-hmm.
So that might I don't. So I know this is where I know you, and I know that you're gonna try to fuck with me because I know that at least half of 2 is true, but I don't know if that means that they were originally going to be instead of the Triforce quests. But I just know that at least 2 dungeons were cut.
Okay.
A piece of hidden dialogue. Legend of Zelda Wind Waker features NPC mentioning the diminished species by name. That might also be true because, like I said, there's so much. There's the shit. Fuck, you're stressing me out, Antonio. The amount of shit that was cut from Wind Waker.
That was not
ridiculous.
my intention here, but
the amount of shit that was cut from Wind Waker was ridiculous. There's so much cut content from Wind Waker, so I could totally see that being true. And I feel like with ESRB, I could see them either rating it higher or them complaining about something and rating it lower than the original. Just because I know that ESRB are always the most like factual fucking raters.
Mm-hmm.
This is another one that I will have to gladly take the L on if I do get it, because this one I have no idea, just because there's fucking so much shit with Wind Waker. I'm gonna say 3 is the lie, just because I want it to be the lie.
Okay, you want so in what way do you want it to be the lie? You want it to be like they were rated
because I want it to be true that they mentioned Minish species in Wind Waker.
Oh, I see. So you you want the other 2 to be true, so you want 3 to be the lie. I see. Okay. Well, so you're going with 3. So you're saying that 3 is the lie.
I have no idea, so I'm going to say 3 is the lie. This is one that I'm just going to take the L on if I get the L.
Well, unfortunately, Brennan, number 1 is a lie. That is something that I made up.
That's a good lie.
But I thought it sounded like it could be true.
It could. There was so much shit that was cut from fucking Wind Waker.
So I will say this. I was just looking it up to fact check myself, and there's mixed sources about whether 2 dungeons were cut or 3. But when I was doing the research, it said 2, so that's why I put 2. Like, I didn't try to like mix that up. I thought that it was only 2, but potentially there could have been 3 that were cut. But yeah, that is also like whether no matter there was at least 2 dungeons cut, possibly 3. And then yes, it is true that Wind Waker HD is rated higher. The original version was rated E for everyone. The Wii U version is rated E10 plus. Fun fact.
Okay.
So I don't know why, because apparently it was because like there was like cartoon blood, but there's cartoon blood in the original, I'm pretty sure. So I don't know why. I don't know.
I think the confusion for number 2 might be in the Hyrule Historia, they talk about one of the dungeons that was cut, and so I'm pretty sure that most people say 2 for sure is because we know for sure that the one that was cut that was something that's in the Hyrule Historia, where it shows like a whole other island with a volcano on it, and like you could go up the back of the volcano to like an entrance to the top, which probably would have been like another dungeon.
Yeah.
Which probably got turned into the magma island, where you have to like freeze the lava shooting out of the top to get an item from it.
Yeah.
And then we know for sure obviously that there had to have been a cut. I mean, you have to do a dungeon to get the pearl from the Deku Tree. You have to do a dungeon to get the pearl from what's this fucking dragon's name? From
the dragon.
Islands.
I don't know I know who you're talking about. I don't remember his name though, but yeah.
But and so people were like, after seeing what happened to the island where Jaboon was supposed to be, and how like the whole island was there, it was built, but it just looks like they just destroyed it for no reason. And so I think most people agree that like we were for sure supposed to get that dungeon, and then maybe another dungeon that got turned into the volcano / magma dungeon. But then most people say that like if we had that, what's saying that the ice island also was supposed to be like an ice themed like dungeon, and so that's why people are probably being like, There's two. No, there's three. It's like
Right. Okay.
two
So
for sure.
I think for
probably three.
yeah. So what I'm hearing is that like 2 is like the official confirmed amount, but like people think that 3 could also
That three. That there could have been a third one.
I see. Okay. So factually though, we know that 2 were definitely.
That's why I'm really impressed with your live for the first one because
Uh-huh.
I watched so many videos and there's even a big section in Hyrule Historia talking about all the cut content from Wind Waker.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's why I believed 1 so much, is because I was like, you know what? Out of any game to have that kind of cut content, it would have been fucking Wind Waker because of how much shit.
And I even made sure that like, because Minish Cap is like earlier in the timeline and Wind Waker is later. So I made sure that it made sense like logically with the timeline and everything.
I mean, there's scrapped art of the Minish that we're going to be in Breath of the Wild, but that never happened.
Really? Either. Oh, okay. I did not know that actually. That's cool though. Yeah, I really like the Minish Cap, so I just wanted to make up something revolving around the Minish Cap.
I know, and we haven't heard or seen anything from the Minish since the Minish. The Minish Cap game.
Yeah, they might just keep it to that game. Who knows? But
honestly, knowing them, maybe.
Regardless. Hey, maybe though. Well, they put Minish Cap on NSO, right? On like the expansion, on like the I'm pretty sure they did. Yeah, I think that would be cool if we got a remake of that game. That would be awesome.
That would be cool.
But yeah, anyway, all right. So that was that. So you did not get a point for that one, but we have 3 more. So let's move on to question 8. These are based off of Majora's Mask.
Ooh.
The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask is the only Zelda game in which you can kill an NPC. Majora's Mask only took a year to develop. The Bremen Mask was almost called the Brennen Mask.
I know that 2 is right because it was like it's like the fastest made. That's all just fucking reused assets from Ocarina of Time.
Mm-hmm.
So I know that was right. Like I feel like I want to say the obvious answer is number 3, of course.
Mm-hmm.
But I actually don't know. I'm trying to think. Game when you can kill an NPC. I'm running through the entire fucking Majora's Mask right now. In my head, trying to figure out. I mean, like... No, because you heal him, he's already dead. Kill an NPC. Maybe, can you kill the father in... I think you can kill the father technically in the canyon. Or do you just attack him and then his daughter runs in? I can't. Fuck. So I know 2 is right, but fuck, what else could it be? I'm trying to think if you could kill an NPC, because I feel like if any Zelda game could have that as a thing, it would be Majora's Mask. Mm-hmm. Just because, like, with how dark Majora's Mask is.
It is quite... I mean, like... I don't know, maybe it's one of these. Maybe it's one of these guys. You know? Who knows? Who really knows? I know. I don't know why I'm acting like I don't know, because I do know, but... What are you going to go with, Brennan? Your choice, Brennan.
Wait. The bomb thief. I think you can kill the bomb thief when he tries to steal the mask.
Okay.
I'm just going to go with the obvious answer and say 3, because I know that Majora's Mask took only a year to develop, and I think you can kill the bomb thief. And he's not an enemy. He's a non-enemy NPC.
Okay, so you're gonna go with number 3 as the lie?
Yeah.
All right. Well, you are correct.
Yeah.
Brennan,
okay.
I am very impressed because I was having a hard time keeping a straight face with that one because, yeah, no, 3 is not true. I wrote that as a joke because I thought it was funny.
Well, I was like, what fucking... I was like, what person can you... What NPC can you kill?
You are absolutely right. It is the bomb thief. That is the NPC because you can shoot his butt bag and kill him.
Yeah.
And I think you might be able to just kill him anyway, but that's definitely a way that you can kill him. But yeah, no, I'm very impressed by that. It was very good. Very good.
I almost said yes anyways because I almost thought there's a side quest in a... It's not even really a side quest. I think you have to do it because it's how you turn on the windmill. Not the windmill, I mean the music house. But like a dad got turned into a Gypto and you heal him and he gives you the Gypto mask. But I think if you like trick his daughter to leaving the house, you can run inside and I think you can like... People figured out a way to like trap her outside so she can't come in so you can actually attack the father, but I was like, I actually don't know if it kills him though. I think it still just activates the cutscene.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm not sure about that, but I know for a fact that the bomb thief is the one that you can kill. So,
yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So good job. All right. So moving on to question 9, the penultimate question. These are about Skyward Sword.
Ooh.
The box art for The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword HD was actually the box art used for the Japanese version of the original game.
Oh, okay.
The gratitude crystals in Skyward Sword are based off of the Star Bits item from Super Mario Galaxy. Skyward Sword had the longest development period of any Zelda game.
Ooh. Okay. I almost want to say 2 is right, just because, I mean, like, have you seen the gratitude crystals? They look exactly like the fucking star.
Mm-hmm.
The star bits from Skyward Sword. But I actually don't know about the box art, though. I don't think Skyward Sword had the longest development period. I'm pretty sure it was released.
I'm going to make a slight change to the wording of one of these, okay?
Okay. 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 Because I feel like the reason you changed that is because I feel like Tears of the Kingdom now holds that title.
Maybe.
Either Tears of the Kingdom or Breath of the Wild. I still don't think it's right, though. I still don't think Skyward Sword had the longest development. Because it came out not super long after the Wii U version of Twilight Princess. I think Ocarina of Time had the original longest development. Because it was like their first big 3D game. I'm going to say 2 is right. I have no idea about box art, honestly. Doesn't help that I don't own the box art for HD. I bought it digitally, which I regret now, but it's whatever. I'm gonna say 3 is the lie because I think Ocarina of Time held that record.
Okay.
Before.
Okay.
So if I take another L, that's fine. My Skyward Sword knowledge is definitely not the best.
Which is fair because it's not as like I don't know. Like
I love the game. I love the game for its story, but I still have my problems with the game in general.
Yeah.
And it also does have It still has one of my favorite incarnations of Link. But I don't know. I'm pretty sure that either now Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom holds the record for longest development. But I'm gonna say 3 is a lie.
You're gonna go with 3?
Yeah, I don't think Skyward Sword had longest development. I'm pretty sure it was Ocarina that had longest development.
All right. Well, Brennan, sorry to say, but you are wrong about that.
Damn.
So yes, it is true that at the time, Skyward Sword had the longest development period at least 4.5 years. Before that, Ocarina of Time had 4 years. So it was true. Okay. Like you were like very close in your assumption.
Your mic changed.
Oh,
your mic changed.
Can you hear me now?
Speak.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, now you're good. Now you're back to good. Mic.
Sounds good. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes. Yeah, no. The reason, like, I had to check that though. I had to like change the wording though, because yeah, it is true that like Breath of the Wild, I believe, has like held, or maybe Tears of the Kingdom. I think Tears of the Kingdom like now has the record, but yeah, before that, Skyward Sword held the record. I think it was like Skyward Sword and then Breath of the Wild, and then now Tears of the Kingdom holds that record.
I almost just wanted 2 to be right because it's ridiculous with how similar they look.
So the reason why that sounds like it's true is because both the Gratitude Crystals and the Starbits are based off of a popular Japanese candy called Competio.
Fuck. Wait, I knew that.
So
God damn it.
It's not that the crystals were based off of Starbits, it's that they were both based off of the same thing.
Same thing.
So that's the technicality there. And then yes, the box art for The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword, you may remember that the Wii version has the iconic like gold box art where it has Link in front.
Yeah.
But the Japanese version has like a picture of Giraham and I believe another Afi, I'm pretty sure, on the front. And if you look up the box art for the HD version, it's the same as the Japanese version for the original.
Got it.
So yeah. So that is that. But that's okay. I just wanted to I did want to make sure that like I clarified the third one because I did make like a slight mistake there. But nevertheless, that was the penultimate question, but we have one more question. So you have one more chance to get another point. So let's see if you can do that. And this last one is general Zelda knowledge. There's no specific game. It's just general like knowledge about the Zelda franchise. All right, so here we go. Question number 10. The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time was the first main series Zelda game to give Link a voice actor. It is possible to beat The Legend of Zelda for the NES in under 30 minutes. In The Legend of Zelda The Wind Waker, the noise that the choo-choo enemies make is actually the sound of 2 Japanese men arguing sped up and played in reverse.
What the fuck? I kind of want that to be... I have no idea, but I kind of want that to be true.
It could be.
Was Ocarina of Time the first game that Link had a voice? Trying to think of what game came out right before Ocarina of Time. I feel like number 2 could be true. Because people have figured out so much shit. That, like, I'm sure they found some way to, like, just, like, completely speedrun through the fucker to beat it within 30 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean... I'm gonna go ahead and say that the number 2 is true because, like I said, I feel like people have figured out some way to figure that out. What game? I really, I really want to look up what game came out before Ocarina of Time.
Okay. Wait, you want to look up what games came out before Ocarina of Time?
Yeah, what game came out right before Ocarina of Time?
Okay. Well, I will
Can I?
not. I don't think I will allow you to do that, but
Damn it! Because I don't think any of the 2D games he had a voice. I know that in later 2D games he made noises. I really want 3 to be true. It's between 1 and 3. So I'm at a 50-50 here. Main series game to get voice actor. Fuck. You definitely picked some good ones to.
this is the last one. I had to go hard for the last one.
You had to go hard for the last one.
You look suspiciously like you're looking up something, but
No, I'm looking at my TV.
oh, okay. Pondering your TV.
Yeah, which
You're like,
don't worry, there's nothing on my fucking TV. It's fucking YouTube.
okay, you know I'm a skeptic, so what can I say? No, I'm kidding.
And cans everywhere. I can throw the cans all over my desk.
This is a tough one, but I think you can do it.
This is a fucking tough one. You did good on this one. I mean, I'm like tempted to go with 1 as like the lie, just because I want 3 to be wrong again. I mean, 3 to be.
You want 3 to be true? Mm.
Just because I think that'd be funny.
Mm-hmm.
But did Link fucking talk before? Fuck.
This is tricky.
No, wait, shit.
This is tricky.
No, 3 is the lie. He had a voice actor for Link's Adventure.
Okay. So you're saying that 1 is the lie then?
Oh wait, so then yeah, 1 would be the lie because he had a voice actor for Link's Adventure.
What game is that?
Zelda 2.
Oh, okay.
I don't remember. Fuck yeah, I'm gonna say 1's the lie, and that Ocarina of Time was not the first main series Zelda game. That gave Link a voice actor. I'm pretty sure he had a voice actor in Link's Adventure.
Okay. So you're gonna go with number 1?
Yeah, I'm gonna say that's the lie.
All right, Brennan. Well, you are correct.
Wrong. Oh, let's go.
Number 1 is the lie, but not necessarily for the reason that you think.
Oh, really?
So as far as I know, I don't think they gave Link a voice actor in Zelda 2. But yes, there was one Zelda game that had voice acting before Ocarina of Time, and there was a port, a 16-bit port of the original Legend of Zelda released on the Satellaview, which was a Japanese-only console that was radio broadcasted games. And they remade the original Zelda game and gave Link a voice actor in that game, and that came out before Ocarina of Time.
I did not know that.
Yeah, that is the technicality. But yes, the other 2 are true. Yeah, the third one is true. In fact, you can fact check me on that. The third one is indeed true.
Great.
So yeah, that is.
I did not know that.
I was quite amused by that. By learning that. But yeah, all right. So that's the game. So Brennan, thank you so much for playing. You got 6 points in that.
That's
So
not bad.
you are net positive. Yeah, no, you got 6 out of 10 right. So that's pretty good for this type of game. So very good, Brennan. That was a lot of Zelda knowledge, a lot of Zelda facts that you had to sift through, and you did good. So I'm very proud of you, and I'm glad that I'm glad this game. I feel like this game was a good, healthy balance between fair questions and hard questions.
Oh, absolutely.
And
There was
so
some things that were definitely challenging, but it was fun altogether.
yeah, and you still picked it apart, and you went detective. You thought about it. So I'm very happy about that. But yeah, so Brendan, what'd you think about that?
That was fucking great. That was a blast.
We had to go all out for your 100th episode, so
That was a blast.
yeah, I'm really glad that you liked it, and hope to see you in the next 100 episodes.
Well, I'm sure you will.
Yeah,
Not getting it yet.
yeah, we'll see how far we go with Chit Chats. Who knows? Maybe we'll go. Maybe who really knows? Who can really say? But regardless, Brendan, you will be with me for the whole way because you are contractually binded. So
Yes.
this is your fate. No.
Signed the blood contract, and now here I am.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And that's that. But yeah, Brendan, thank you for being here. This was fun, and thank you all for watching. I hope anyone out there, Donovan, if you're watching, I hope that you played along and maybe expanded your Zelda knowledge a little bit, because I have a feeling if anyone else would want to do something like this, I feel like it would be Donovan.
Yeah.
But I had to have you on, Brendan, for this sort of game. So yeah, so that's that. And with that, we will see you guys in the next episode of Chit Chats. Peace.
Peace.
What?